Oh, it's real easy. Say, water you turn into wine. Yeah, that sounds good. Open the eyes and open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you. Do we have any worshipers here today? There's none like you. None like you. Yeah. Come on, say, into the darkness you shine. Say, into the darkness you shine. Yeah. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. There's none like you. None like you. Can you help me say this today? Our God is greater. Say, our God is greater.
greater? No, do you really believe that our God is greater? Do you really believe that? Give him some praise. It is kind of nervous for me to be up here. Y'all can imagine why, right? So when I ducked out, I just told the guy in the hallway, I'm going home. I ran into 2 security guards, so I thought I'm going to come back in. As my first official duty as the senior pastor of Lowry Community Christian Church, it gives me great honor to do a little presentation. Lowry has been without a pastor for, Dr. Lanier, 2 years. And in those 2 years, somebody had to preach. Somebody had to do funerals. Somebody had to do weddings. Somebody had to do counseling. Somebody had to come up here when they didn't have a pastor. And the people who did that were the ministers. And so, Minister Small, would you come forward? Minister Wallace, would you come forward? Minister Cameron is outside. On behalf of the Lowry Community Christian Church family, we just have a little gift for you all. And come on up right now. And we just want to say thank you for what you all have done. Brother Baker, come on up here. Look where the camera at. There you go. Come on up here. Minister Golden is not here. She had a friend who passed away. The mother passed away, and so her and Elder Golden have went to minister to this family, so that's the reason why she's not here. But I want you all to just give them a round of applause. All right, give them another round of applause. You're welcome. Y'all ready? Yes. Good. I got a confession to make. In all this excitement, I've got my glasses. I can't see my notes. Y'all got to work with it, brother. I don't know what's coming out. But if y'all pray for me, it'll be all right. Lowry, y'all know me, I roll with a group of folk. Some of them folk didn't stand up. And I ain't gonna ask them to stand up, but y'all got to at least raise y'all hand. For those of you all who came and supported me that didn't stand up, raise your hand. Mom, Dad, Vera, Lowry. You off the hook. I want to acknowledge them and all those folks that came. Thank you all very much. This is an awesome day and a humbling day. Not for just me, but for my family. And y'all know my parents have been bragging on this for about 3 weeks now. Everybody they talk to, my son's a pastor now. My son's a pastor now. I did it, Dad. Mom, I did it. I'm here. Thank you for how you all, Vera, Daryl, how you all have raised me and helped me be the man that I am today. I could never be up here had it not been for the rearing of these folks and some of my other siblings. And my baby big brother is over there, Dimitri, and his wife. He's my baby brother, but he's twice my size. I almost missed it. He ain't in this section. So with that, I'm going to stop stalling. Open up your Bibles to the book of Matthew. We're going to look at chapter 20. We're going to read verses 20 through 28. We're going to read from the New King James Version. Matthew 20, verses 20 through 28. When you finally stand to your feet, we honor the reading of God's word. Read this way. Then the mother of Zebedee's sons came to him with her sons, kneeling down and asking something from him. And he said to her, "What do you wish?" She said to him, "Grant that these two sons of mine may sit on your right hand, and the other on the left in your kingdom." But Jesus answered and said, "You do not know what you ask. Are you able to drink the cup that I am about to drink and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with?" They said to him, "We are able." So he said to them, "You will indeed drink my cup and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but is for those for whom it is prepared by my Father." And when the 10 heard it, they were greatly displeased with the two brothers. But Jesus called them to himself and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who are great exercise authority over them. Yet it shall not be among you. But whoever desires to become great among you, let him be your servant. And whoever desires to be first among you, let him be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." That's Matthew 20 through 28. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for being our God, for being awesome in power. Thank you, Lord, that you use broken vessels. You don't use dirty vessels, but you will use a broken vessel. And we are all broken vessels in one shape, form, or fashion or another. But Lord, we celebrate you today, and we thank you. We ask that you would be present among us today. Lord, speak to me and through me to your people, Lord God. We love you. Thank you. And everybody said, Amen. You may be seated. I want to talk to you all from this thought, leading like Jesus. Leading like Jesus. If you all have been paying attention, somewhere around September, our mailboxes started to fill up with postcards of people asking us to give them our vote. And October rolled around, they sent us more mail. Strangers started showing up at our door, ringing our bell. People calling us that we never even met, and they call us by our first name, as though they know us. They want to know if we gonna vote and who we voting for. You cut on the television, trying to watch the game, the soap operas, the game shows, you're just trying to relax, and all of the ads. Vote for me, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. You have people who are running for positions of leadership. They are asking us to place our confidence in them and put them in a position of leadership, though we don't know them. That's what's going on here. In this text, you probably had the first printed ad campaign or election campaign. You have a mother campaigning and lobbying on behalf of her sons that they will have positions of leadership. Look at the text. It says the mother, the sons of Zebedee. Now, isn't it interesting that they mention the father, but they don't mention the mother's name? Because women weren't important in those days. The fathers were. But these two men, these two gentlemen, these sons of Zebedee was James and John. And like a mother's love that she gonna go on behalf of their sons. I know, because I got a mama like that. My mama sits right there. She has lobbied for me and my brothers and my sisters all our lives. But I want y'all to know something. This ain't part of my sermon. I'm gonna give y'all these two for free. Okay, not charging y'all for these. I want you to look at the text. It says that this mother came to Jesus and she knelt down to ask him a question. Here's the freebie. This ain't part of my sermon. Notice her position. She knelt down to ask Jesus a question. For you note takers, write this down. Position before petition.
All right.
Position before petition. When you go to Jesus, we need to kneel down. We need to honor him as Lord and Savior. We need to bow down before him. If you like me, you kind of getting up there today. Sometimes it's hard to get down there. You don't want to get down there because you don't know if you're going to get back up, if you're going to need some help. You don't have that buzzer. I fell down and I can't get back up. But guess what? He's still worthy of you and I kneeling down. And we have got to get back to the practice of kneeling before our Lord before we ask him for anything. Second freebie I'm going to give y'all is that she said, when you come into your kingdom, what does that tell you? You can't have a kingdom without a king. Jesus is king. He was king then and he's king now. Jesus is king. He's King of kings and he's Lord of lords. He is the ultimate authority. And we need to recognize him for that. And she recognized him as king. She says, when you come into your kingdom, it's not here yet, but when it happens, can my boys have places of honor? Can they sit one on your right and one on your left? We don't know what their criteria is. We don't know what their credentials say. What gave them the right? What gave them the privilege to be placed at the highest places of honor? What did they do? What have they accomplished? What was their education? They didn't have any. They were fishermen. They were fishermen. They didn't go to Jerusalem Bible College. They didn't get a master's in Bible and theology because they were fishermen. They were just common, everyday folk. But their mama loved them enough, and she said, Jesus, when you come into power, I want my boys to be somebody. All of us should want to be somebody. I want to be somebody. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be somebody. The problem is we want to be somebody without doing anything. And I find it interesting that Jesus says, what do you want? And when she tells him, he says to them, he didn't ask her the question. He says, can you drink the cup that I'm about to drink? Now, I grew up in the city. Their response was, certainly we can. Me, I'm going, what cup? What are you drinking, Jesus? I don't see no cup. Let's talk about this cup thing, brother. I don't know what's in the cup. Now, if y'all go to clubs, I know some of y'all don't go to clubs anymore, but those of y'all that still go to clubs, you better cover your cup. Somebody might put something in your cup that you don't want. Okay? I'm just being real with you all. But have y'all ever thought about what was in the cup? Have you ever asked what was in the cup? Here's where we get to the sermon. If you're going to lead like Jesus, there's 3 requirements. The first thing you must understand to lead like Jesus, it involves some suffering. Suffering. Jesus was headed to the cross. He was going to be brought before a kangaroo court and brought up before some folks on some trumped up charges for some things that he never did. There were some folks who did some things, but he was not one of them. He was brought before this trial, or was going to have a trial for some stuff that you and I have done. Some stuff that you and I are going to do. That was in the cup. He was going to be flogged and beaten and crucified. He was going to suffer when he had did no wrong. And Jesus asked the question, can you drink the cup that I'm about to drink? See, many of us want to be leaders, but we don't want to suffer. If we're going to lead like Jesus, we have to come into the game expecting that we're going to suffer. There has to be some suffering. Some suffering. Can you drink the cup? Can you drink the cup? And they answered, absolutely, Jesus, we can. We got you, bro. We can drink this cup. Yes, sir. If that's what's required to get this seat, let me have it. Do y'all know that they did drink the cup? Jesus said, y'all know what you're asking, but you gonna drink this cup. And they did drink the cup. But they had no idea. In Acts chapter 12, verse 2, James was the first of Jesus' apostles that was martyred for following Jesus Christ. Y'all know John was exiled to the island of Patmos. See, if you're going to lead like Jesus, you better expect some suffering. I didn't come into this thing thinking it's going to be rosy and everything is going to be good. I know there's going to be some issues. There are going to be some days while I'm here that I'm going to cry. I'm going to wear out my carpet, praying and wondering and walking. I understand that. I get it. But I still got to lead like Jesus. You have to lead like Jesus. We have to lead like Jesus. When we do that, it makes a difference in the world. We have people right now who will be voting on Tuesday, and character don't matter anymore. What really matters is my political affiliation. What really matters is who can help me elevate myself. That's what's going on right now. In our nation, we have people who lack character. Amen. No moral compass whatsoever. But if it works for me, I'll vote for him. Amen. Folks, we have spent millions, or they have spent millions, hundreds of millions of dollars for an office. Yeah. And I understand why. Because a lot of perks and a lot of privileges come with that. All right. They get to make a lot of money. Yeah. If you're a congressman and you serve 3 terms, you get free health care the rest of your life. Yeah. You get a nice pension of $150,000 for the rest of your life. If you're a senator and you serve 2 terms, you get free health care. And guess what? Y'all paying for it. Yes, sir. No, we're paying for it. It's not like I'm not. We all are paying for it. I understand why people are running for public office, because there are some benefits to it. They get to fly around in private jets and they get to eat free meals. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the question is what's your motivation for leading? Do you want the perks or do you want the works? There has to be some suffering if you're going to lead like Jesus. Jesus said to them, you're going to drink the cups, but I can't give you the places of honor. That's not mine to give. God's going to give them to somebody, but who are they going to? For those whom God has chosen, for whom it was prepared. It is for those who are willing to work and to serve. Those are the places who will get the positions of honor in God's kingdom. And guess what? Since you don't have to have a degree, since you don't have to have certain letters behind your name, since you don't have to have certain pedigree, you don't have to come from a great family name, guess what? Everybody in here can have a position of honor in the kingdom of God because everybody gets served. The question is, are we willing to suffer while we serving? Are you willing to suffer? All right. Jesus did not condemn the mother or the sons for the question. But the 10 got indignant because they heard it. How dare it be, James and Jonathan? How dare it be asked for these places of position of honor? And I thought, why y'all upset? I know why they upset. It's the same reason why you would be upset and I would be upset. Because they asked first. Yeah. Y'all asked for what I wanted. I just didn't get to ask yet. Look here, let me tell y'all something. Everybody in this room wants to be important. Everybody in this room wants to be significant. Everybody in this room wants to be somebody. You know how I know? Because Alfred Adler, the great psychologist, said so. Maslow's hierarchy of needs said, you know what, there's certain things that people need, food, air, survival, all of that. Maslow was first, and everybody said, yeah, that's good, that sounds good. I like a cheeseburger every now and again. You know what? But Alfred Adler came back later and said the greatest need of humans, the greatest instinct is our desire and our need to be significant, to be recognized, and to be important. Every one of us has that. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to prove it to you. When have you gotten mad because somebody said something nice about you? When have you got indignant and got upset because somebody said, I really like your dress? Your hair is spectacular. You're such a beautiful person. When have you like, how dare you? Don't you say that to me. Y'all know how sisters are. You know, y'all get the wag the head, the finger, all that. Y'all ain't never done that. And we play it off like we really humble, like, oh, you know, this whole thing. Look, you be like, so glad somebody recognized me. Look, you come out the beauty shop, somebody better say something about your hair. You done spent 3 hours in the beauty shop paying them all that money. Look, you come out, I know I'm looking good, y'all better recognize me. And then that sister come out and I'm like, she thinks she cute. Yes, I do think I'm cute. You think I'm cute, you wouldn't say it, no. We all want to be recognized. So Jesus didn't have a problem with with their desire to be great or to serve or to lead. He didn't have a problem with that. His problem was the motivation behind why they wanted to lead. And that brings us to our second point. He says, if you're going to lead like Jesus, it requires serving. He says, and when the 10 heard about it, they were greatly displeased with the two brothers, but Jesus called them to himself and said, you know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who are great exercise authority over them. Yet it shall not be so among you, but whoever desires to become great among you, let him be your servant. And whoever desires to be first among you, let him be your slave. The desire to be great, the desire to be significant, the desire to be important is a good thing. If it was not, Jesus would condemn them. The problem he had was, why do you want to be great? Why do you want to be important? Why do you want to be significant? And he lays out the rules or the values of the kingdom of God versus the values of the world. And what he did here, he flipped the values of the world and its requirements for kingdom, for being a leader, and he says, this is the value of heaven. He says there's two things. People want to be great, don't lord it over people. Don't demand to be first. Be a servant. That word servant is diakonos, where we get the word deacon from. He says if you want to be great, you want to be a leader, you must first be a servant. Another way to describe that word is want to be a waiter or to be a waitress. To walk around and to be first to help somebody else. That's why we want to be leaders, but we don't want to be servants, because we want people to wait on us. He says that's not the value of kingdom. That's not kingdom leadership. That's not leading like me. Are you willing to serve? He also said that you must be a slave. Not just a servant, but to be a slave. That word slave is doulos. And doulos is the lowest form of a slave. The doulos is the person who voluntarily entered into slavery. You weren't purchased, you weren't bought. You said, I'm so in love with the master that I don't ever want to leave him. So I'm going to give my life to this person and I'm going to serve them indefinitely. Don't leave me. Are you willing to enter into the doulos? That's the question.
That's good.
Leadership
That's good.
is about serving and being a slave.
That's right.
I had the great pleasure of being in Chicago last week with my parents. And they were being honored by Young Life. And it was this gala last Saturday night. It's like black tie stuff. 400 people. And they brought us in, and there was, folks standing around having a good time. And my parents got to sit at one of the head tables right up front. And I was with them. So guess where I got to sit? Right up front. I wasn't being honored. I hadn't done nothing. They were being honored, but because I was with them, I got the seat at the table. And I liked it, y'all. I gotta be honest, I liked it. There were ones that I tell them, no, I ain't getting up. Go be way in the back where I can't see, can't nobody see me. I didn't say that, y'all, Mama. Y'all can tell me today, now he ain't the pastor for us, because I like sitting up here. We got fed first, we got the extra stuff. Matter of fact, I was telling them, I would deal, put me up there, I was way up in the front, because I like that. But I hadn't done nothing. I was with some folks who had done some stuff. They were leaders. They were being honored, but because who I was with, I got a seat at the table without the work. See, being a leader like Jesus is not about where you sit at the table. It's about how you serve those who are sitting at the table. See, good leaders don't position themselves for the right seat. They position themselves to serve those who are seated. From the lowest to the highest. It requires suffering. Suffering. It requires serving. And it requires some humility from us. We have to be willing to place others' needs and desires above our own. And sometimes that's hard. Because the most important word in our vocabulary is me or I. I'm going to prove that to you. How many of y'all got a phone? How many of y'all got an Apple phone? Isn't it called an iPhone? Y'all got iPads? Everything's about us. That's what the world communicates to us and tries to convince us that it is about you when it's not. Jesus says it is about other people. And if we're going to lead like Jesus, we have to suffer, but we also have to serve. Last part. Leading like Jesus also requires sacrifice. In verse 28, Jesus says, just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life a ransom for many. Jesus is fully God. Far apart, separate from his creation. But he's also fully human. And the title Son of Man is the name that he gave himself, which says, I identify with you all. He says, but the Son of Man did not come to be served. This is the King of Kings. This is the Lord of Lords. He is the greatest. Let me say that again. He is the greatest, y'all. Let me tell you, Jesus is worthy to be served. He is worthy to be praised. He is the only person that has ever walked this earth and should be served and bow down and worship. He said, I didn't come for that. I know who I am. I didn't come to be somebody because I was always somebody. I was somebody when I was in heaven, and I was somebody when I put on man's suit and came to earth. I'm going to be somebody when I leave. But I didn't come to be somebody. I came to do something. I came to die. I came to die. I came to die in your place. I didn't do anything wrong. I came to give my life as a ransom for many. I'm a sacrifice. Never sinned. Never thought about sin. Had opportunities to, but he never did. Do y'all understand the first sacrifice was when he put on flesh? Can I give y'all a little bit of theology? Before Jesus came to earth to put on flesh, Jesus sat on his throne. And all you got to do is go to Isaiah chapter 6, and it says that the angels sit around. 6 wings. 2 they cover their eyes with because they can't look upon his glory. 2 to cover his feet because they can't stand on his glory. And 2 they fly with. This is that Jesus before he put on flesh. And their job is to yell back and forth 24 hours a day, nonstop. Holy, 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 holy. That's what they do. Continuous worship of Jesus Christ, telling him how wonderful he is. And it's true of him. It ain't so true of us, but it was true of him, and it is true of him. And he left that. And he came down here where it's dirty and filthy and full of sin, and folks who don't like him, and folks who hate him, and folks who are going to try to kill him, and he put on flesh for you and me. He is the greatest of all time. Worthy to be praised. The angels recognize him as wonderful and beautiful and great. And his sacrifice, even before dying, was just to put on flesh. You and I can't comprehend it. That is too much for our minds to understand. For him to leave heaven's glory, where he is worshipped continually, to come down here, so he can identify with you and me. If he could do that, the question is how much are you willing to suffer for the person sitting to your right, to your left, behind you, and in front of you? Are we too concerned about getting ours? I'm going to get mine. Some of y'all, y'all gone beyond that time when we used to say that. I'm going to get mine. Get yours, but I'm going to get mine. So many of us are trying to get ours. And we fail in our leadership because we're concerned about ourselves. Lowry, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm grateful that you all have selected me as your pastor. I appreciate the love and the celebration. But I don't want to be celebrated because I can. I want to be celebrated for what I do. I want to be celebrated. I do want to be celebrated. I want to be recognized. I want to be made to feel important, but not because of the position that I hold, but because of the work that I perform. I want to be celebrated. I want to be recognized because I love you and I serve you and I sacrifice for you. I want y'all to know that I'm willing to die for you all. That's not an invitation to kill me. I'm saying I'm willing to die for you all, but I don't want y'all to kill me in the process. My goal, my heart, Lowry, is to lead and love you all in the same manner that Jesus did. I'm not going to always get it right. I'm going to make mistakes along the way, but I want you to know my heart today. My heart is to follow the mandate of Jesus Christ, is to sacrifice, to serve, and to suffer with you and for you. And if I'm going to lead that way, then I'm expecting the rest of the leaders to do the same. And when we do that, the world will know that Lowry is a different place. It will become a beacon of hope and light. People will flock to these doors because they know something different about us. And it's not about me, and it's not about you. It is about the God that is working in us. And if you're sitting here today, and you have been discouraged by the leadership and what's going on in our culture and our society today, and that is easy to do, I want you to know that you can place your vote for the leader who will never let you down, for the leader who will always operate with integrity, the leader who will always sacrifice for you, who's already sacrificed for you, because he loved you in spite of your sin, in spite of what you've done. He knows everything that you've done. You can cast your vote today for Jesus Christ. Amen. He may not be the governor of Colorado. He may not be the next senator of Colorado. He may not be the next president of the United States, but you can make him Lord of your life today. Amen. We want to give you that opportunity. If you sit here today, you've never surrendered your life to Jesus Christ. We want to give you an opportunity to cast your vote and say, Jesus, would you come into my life? I vote for you today. You can take care of Trump, Barack, and all of the rest of them. Republicans and Democrats. You take care of them, but I need you in my life. We want to give you that opportunity. Is there one?